Good morning everyone, Donna here from Homesteading New Zealand with the Blind Knitter. Hope you're all well, and it's a scraggy old day here, just a spring day. It's cold outside, well not really cold but just that chill. Anyway, today we are going to make some salts, some seasoned salts. I've talked many times about my flavoured salts that I've made. My daughter and I used to have a business called Mum's Magic Mixes, and so we use flavoured salts a lot, and I've got a couple that have started to run out. Well, no, I've got one for myself that has run out, but I did make a taco flavouring for my granddaughter and daughter recently, and they want some more. Not quite as hot. They said it was a bit hot, so we'll do something about that. But I've just got all my spices out ready in preparation, and I have got very little of each of the things, so they won't be getting a big lot this time, but it's quite good to have a clean out and start with some fresh stuff. So I'll make a small amount and they can use that, and I will replace it. So that's the goal. It's been quite good to work out what I've got and not got, because I got a lot of spices and herbs. But for example, 4, and they're all, oh, no, that's not. So I've picked up the wrong ones. That's the blind thing. Oh, there they are. 4 Italian herbs, all half used. So yeah, it's like we don't need to do that. So let's get them used. Let's get them out of the way, and so I can get some fresh ones. So first of all, I'm going to make some taco seasoning, and so I will bring you down to my bench. Mr. Farmer has had an injury, so he's in the other room with his leg up. He had a ewe, got him in the yards recently, so he's up the other end, and so it's nice and quiet in the house, except for the dishwasher. So I'm sorry, we'll have to listen to that noise, but Mrs. Dishwasher. So here we go, bring you down to my herbs and spices. So can you see me? Can you see? Can you see? Just make sure you're in the right spot. Steven Spielberg, I'm not. So this is the taco seasoning, and I have talked in the past about the 5-4-3-2-1 system with spices. So 5 of the, if you imagine it as a triangle, so the ones that are your base ones, like salts and peppers and gentler herbs, they're all those. And then you go up to the next ones, which is more your next level, which would be paprikas and things. And then you go to your next level, which is more your hot stuff, your chilies. And at the top, of course, is your extremely hot ones. So you want 5 of the bottom one, 4 of the next, 3 of the next, and 2 of the next, and 1 of the next. So if you're doing 5 cups, you go like that. Or if you're doing 5 teaspoons, you go like that. So I didn't know how much I had, so I measured out my coriander. This is ground coriander. No, I lie, this is ground cumin. Sorry, so that's all I've got left of my ground cumin, and it's not quite 1/4 cup. So that's going to have to be our amount, because with this one, we don't follow the 5-4-3-2-1 system. It's exactly the same of everything except the salt, which is halved. So whatever you put, and the last time I made this, I think I did 1/2 cup or something. So it was a 1/2 cup of everything, and then 1/4 cup of salt. So today it's going to be 1/4 cup, at a push, of everything, and 1/8 cup of salt. So yeah, so there we go. So the recipe is taco seasoning: ground cumin, ground paprika, ground onion powder. Oh, I have to pour that out. So it's 1/4 cup, but a little bit less. Ground onion powder. It's minced garlic, so we don't want that. We want that one, ground garlic. So ground garlic and onion powder. Oops. now I'm going to start getting a runny nose and the powder gets to you. You really do want a window open so that you can manage it very well. Right, so we have the garlic powder, the paprika, the cumin, the ground coriander, which is, again, I only have a little bit left of. Oh, so that's my coriander. Is it coriander here? No. Oh gosh, I'm getting myself a mistake here. Coriander. So ground coriander, again, and these again, I'm running low on these, so again, that's really good to have a jolly good clean out of these. And I think I will buy some bulk paprika because we use paprika a lot, and probably, I don't know, I'd like a bigger cumin and a bigger coriander ground because I use those quite a bit too, but not as much as the others. So that's a nice clean out of all of that. So that's the cumin, coriander, and now the salt. So we want an 1/8 of a cup, and I don't have an 1/8 of a cup, so I'm just going to eyeball it. 1/8 of a cup. So that is taco flavouring. So I'll go over that again. Ground garlic, ground paprika, ground cumin, and ground coriander. The same amount of all of those. So whether it be 1 cup, 1 teaspoon, the same amount. And salt, half the amount of what you put in. So if you put 1 cup of salt in, you put half a cup of salt in. And there is, now last time, and this is where I made it a bit hot for them, I put chili powder in as well, and it was too hot. So that smells lovely. And there is the taco flavouring for them. How easy is that? And actually, it's made quite a bit. So 2 tablespoons, or 2 tablespoons of this equates to 1 packet that you buy at the supermarket. And there's probably, I don't know, 8-10 tablespoons there. So 5 packets, and it's cost me next to nothing to make. So there's the taco flavouring for them. I will put that in, oh cramp, I'll put it in a smaller jar. There's a smaller jar for you here. So a good friend of mine has given me some jars, so that is nice. Right. Taco flavouring a la Nana for my granddaughter. She can share it with her mum if she wants. And I'll get that out of the way because I'm going to knock it over otherwise. So that's the taco flavouring. Oh gosh, half of it's in on the bench. This is the blind thing. You know, the other day I was putting mashed potato onto my plates. I had my plates on the bench and I was putting the mashed potato on the plates like that, and I thought, oh, this is great, and then I went to pick my plate up to eat my tea and the mashed potato was on the bench. So I think I've got more taco. Just this is why you always start with a clean kitchen. More taco powder in there then. Right, taco powder, check. So the next one I'm going to make is my flavoured salt, and I talk a lot about this one because Mr. Farmer and I love this flavoured salt. This is all I've got left. So I made, last time I made it, which jar is it? Which jar is it in? That's it there. So that's all I've got left. Last time I made a full one of these. That's how much we use it. It's just beautiful. It's got all sorts in it and it is so flavourful. So let me clean up and we'll come back and we will make some more of that too. Oh gosh, there's powder on the floor. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so now we're on to round 2, which is our flavoured salt that we love. So what I have, I'm going to have to half the recipe because I don't have enough of everything again, and that's good, again, because we're going to clean it out. So I'll bring you down. So this has a cup of ordinary salt and a third of a cup of black ground pepper in it. So watch the pepper because it, it makes you really cough. So now we're going to add a quarter of a cup, but we're going to halve that, remember, so we'll of onion powder. So that's a quarter, so I'll do an eighth. Then it's a guesstimate. I'm not very accurate, as you see, but hey ho, such is life. And same of garlic powder. So I will talk this recipe through when I finish, so that you can write it down, so don't panic. I'm not going to put it in the notes because I can't do that, so that's too hard for me. Now, half a cup of paprika. I don't have any, if you remember, so I'm just going to leave it until I've got the paprika and I can add that into it, so that's not a problem. So there we go, that's it. So I will read out the recipe for you. So 2 cups of salt, ordinary salt, 3/4 of a cup of black pepper, 1/4 of a cup of powdered garlic powder, and 1/4 of a cup of onion powder, and 1/2 cup of paprika. Now I am also going to add a couple of teaspoons of, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and this is purely because turmeric is good for you, so I'm just going to add a bit of turmeric in there, so a teaspoon of that in there. And you can now add whatever you like. Ground cumin is lovely in here, and we use this on anything you would use salt on, so eggs, tomatoes, evidently, and I haven't tried it, it's gorgeous on popcorn. Yeah, anything you want really, you can use it as a flavouring that depicts all of those, but we just use it as an ordinary salt in mashed potatoes or on the top. The other day I won a raffle and I got some fresh fish, and so I sprinkled this on the top with some cut up dill, and oh, that's what I was going to show you. I cut my dill up with these. If you ever see these in an op shop, grab them. So they're a pair of scissors, ordinary scissors, but they've got 3 blades on each side. And you think, oh, what on earth are they for? Well, these are for herbs. So you hold your herbs out and you cut along your herbs, and it cuts them all up real fine. And these are just the bee's knees. So if you ever see a pair of those, either in an op shop or something, get them. So there we go, that's our flavoured salt. Give that a stir. As I say, it does need the paprika, so I will write myself a little note saying put half the amount. So what I need to put in is 1/4 cup of paprika. So when I get that, I will put that in. Give it a good stir, and I'll put it in the jar with the other stuff, and put the paprika in when I get it, and give it a good shake up, and then I can put some in a container for family to give away. Oh, why is that not going on? Is that it? Maybe put that one on. There we go. So there we go. There's our yummy flavoured salt, minus the paprika. So I'll write myself a note to put on there. So quarter of a cup paprika needed. There we go. Okay. We are doing great. Now that's all I was going to do, but I've decided to do one more. And we haven't had this for a long time, and I haven't got the recipe because I lost it when we changed computers. So I'm going to play with this and see what it tastes like, and then we can go from there. Now what it is it's a salt mix for on top of roast vegetables or on top of roast chicken, and it tastes and smells just like stuffing or Christmas. So it's the perfect time to be making this. So I'm going to use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method to do this and see what that flavours are like, so that but this is one you can actually just, whatever you've got, if you've got some mixed herbs in the cupboard and you wonder what to use them for, this is the perfect thing. So anything that smells like stuffing. So I'm going to use it, and what I'm going to put in it is minced garlic. I like quite the whole garlic, the minced garlic rather than the powdered garlic in this one. For some reason it just quite like the texture of having sort of something with a bit of oomph to it. I've got here some thyme, some mixed Italian herbs. So what I do like is rosemary. I've got my own dried one here that's oregano. So oregano, which is quite strong, so we won't put as much in. Rosemary, thyme. I could use that song. Get my phone out of the way. So yeah, I'm going to use these to use them up, and salt, just ordinary rock sea salt. I'm going to use whatever I've got the most of. I could use Himalayan, but I won't because I need that one. So I'm going to use sea salt. So I'm just going to use the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 system. Where have I put there? So what shall I do? 5 salt. So we'll do half a cup of salt, and then we'll go to the next flavour. Oh, let's do 5s. So 5. I want to remember it. So where have I got them? Let's go 5 tablespoons. So 5 tablespoons of salt, because that's your base. Oops, upside down. Hope I am taping, so it looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 tablespoons of salt. Now the next one down would be the garlic. So 4 tablespoons of the garlic. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next one down will be the herbs, heavy herbs. So let's go for the mixed Italian herbs and use those up. We want to make sure we use up some of these ones. A lot of time there. Everybody needs a lot of time. So we've got mixed herbs there. So let's go 3 tablespoons, because that's the next one. Whoops, 1, 2. Oops, I overdid that one, so I'll make that one a bit smaller. 3 tablespoons of mixed herbs. Now we're going to go for the 2 tablespoons, because the rosemary and the oregano are quite strong. So they're stronger than mixed herbs, so they're the next level up. So let's do 2. 1, 2. Well, that's good. That's got rid of that one. So that is rosemary. So I need some more rosemary. And I've got rosemary growing in the garden, so I will dehydrate some. And oregano. So we'll do 2 oregano as well, because they're that next flavour up. Now, one last flavour. What I probably would have used is, gosh, there's not much of that left, so I'm going to put that there to remind me to do some oregano as well. We need something that's going to be that sort of the next level of flavour up. and we want it to have a Christmassy flavour. What about, so I'm leaning towards cumin, ground cumin, because is quite aromatic, but it's also very nutty, and it's but I don't have any, so that's one of the ones that I've run out of, so I can't use cumin, but that's probably what I would have been inclined to go for. It smells good. What have I got here? Let's see what I've got that might be an idea. Cumin seeds. We could put cumin seeds in. Excuse me, I'm just going to grab a tissue because that pepper, that pepper has made my nose run. Now we could put cumin seeds and coriander seeds in. Actually, I think that's what we'll do. Let's put cumin and coriander seeds in. Oops. Cumin seeds. So let's do that. So because that's the higher one. Oh my gosh, this is the blind thing again. And this is why I can't go mad thinking I'm just going to use that. So we will do 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds. That was quite a small tablespoon because I haven't used seeds before rather than the ground. So depends what you like. I mean, you could put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. No, star anise. Coriander seeds. So I've got some, yeah. So that's about a teaspoon, but you could put more in. So let's see how that is when we are using this. I can immediately see that it's could do with a wee bit more salt perhaps, because it doesn't look very salty. So it depends what you're going to use it as. You can add this to anything, but I love it. Oh, you know, that smells like Christmas. That smells, that. I just want to smell it. That smells like Christmas. Christmas stuffing. What I think from smell it could do with is maybe some garlic and onion powder. We have added the granulated garlic. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. You know, you could add anything you want really, but I'm going to stick to just this. I'm going to write it down because I was quite disappointed that I'd lost that recipe. So that was salt, granulated garlic, coriander and cumin, and mixed herbs. And I haven't put a spice in. We could put pepper in as the number one, the top note. That would be quite nice. Or if you like spice and heat, you could put chili in if you like heat, or some paprika in if you like just some warm heat. So it's really the world is your oyster to play with, but having that real base, that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, makes it so easy to mix these things if you understand the notes. It's a bit like building a perfume. You have different notes or different levels of smell. It's exactly the same thing. So that, I keep smelling it because it smells divine. I'm so pleased that I've made that because we used to use it all the time and loved it. So on roast vegetables, on chicken, roast chicken or chicken legs or anything like that. And mashed potatoes, you know, when you mash potatoes, put a teaspoon in your mashed potatoes so that it permeates through. Oh, whatever. The other Christmassy one that we used to make is everything pumpkin, and so that was a really yummy one with nutmeg and cinnamon and all sorts of salts, etc., to put on pumpkin. And that I'm not doing today, but that could be another one to rewrite the recipe. I am super happy with that. I am going to jar that up and give it a try. I'm going to write it down first and foremost and go from there. But I hope you've enjoyed that. I'll bring you back up some more because of my back. my back. Yes, so that is 2 or 3 of my mixed spices. Don't be afraid to, you know, as you can see, I'm quite sort of lackadaisical with it. I throw them all in. Don't be afraid to do that, because you can't really go wrong unless you put, so even the one that I did last time, which was the taco flavouring for Miss Grandchild, she said it was lovely and it tasted nice, but it was a smidge hot. Well, if you don't like hot, make sure you just put a little less of that in, and you can add it later, and write down what you put in it. But stick to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just learn the different notes. So learn what your base ones are, and again, they tend to be all the salts and peppers, any sort of salts, Himalayan salt, anything like that. And then the next one tends to be more things like your onion powder, fairly strong flavours, onion powders, your garlic, granulated garlic, any of those. And then you can go up to the next ones, which tend to be your herbs, so oregano, thyme, Italian herbs, those sorts of things, parsley, all of those go in there. And then the next ones up are the sort of little bit more pungent ones, which tends to be more like your cumin seeds, your coriander seeds, or your ground cumin, ground coriander. And then your next one up, your really hot ones, tends to be your chili powders, paprikas, cayenne pepper, those sorts of, you know, really heightened ones. So just remember those and have a play. You know, if it's too hot for you, give it to another family member who likes spice. If it's not hot enough, put a little bit more in. But turmeric is one that is a really good one to add to lots of ones, because it's a health, it's got health properties in it. So it's a very good one for us. You know, in India they call it the herb of the gods. So it's very good for us. So you can put turmeric in everything. It's a kind of a subtle flavour. Don't overdo it, because it can, you know, it can be, I don't even know what the flavour is, but it can sort of weigh heavy in flavour, and some things if you overdo it. But just for spice, excellent. There we go. I hope you have a great day. We had a roast chicken last week, so I don't know if we'll have a roast chicken this week. But I just keep smelling that. Oh, focaccia bread. Put this on focaccia bread with rock salt. Oh, yes. There we go. That's another one I used to use it for that I'd forgotten about. So, have a good week, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.